completed my MCom from Banaras Hindu University, and I've
Okay.
done my MEd from Saraswati College of Education, college which is affiliated from Guru Jambeshwar University of Science and Technology, Hisar. And recently I've qualified NET JRF exam in education, and I've also qualified NET in commerce.
So your B.Ed, M.Ed, you have mentioned like you have integrated.
Yes, sir. Integrated course.
So that has been completed or still going on?
So it's completed. Only results are awaited. Third year results. It will come within a week. I hope so. In 15 days it will. Yeah.
So you have completed MCom also and B.Ed, M.Ed also, which is an integrated course.
Right, sir. Right.
Fine. BCom honors and a tax diploma 1-year course also.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
very good. So,
Thank you, sir.
so you have almost completed masters and like B.Ed along with the BCom and the tax diploma. So why are you interested in like PhD?
So because my passion is teaching. I love to teach, and it's my dream to teach in a university as a professor. So that's why. Yeah.
So only just because to become a professor you want to do PhD? Because this I am listening from most of the students, but I'm not aware like what is the aim of the PhD and why you want to join PhD. So tell me something like, are you really interested in PhD or you just want to do a job in universities and PhD is the criteria, that is why you want to do?
So it's a very another important thing. It's not only the reason that I want to become a professor, that I can become now also professor completely I can apply for. But my interest is in research area. I'm always curious to learn something, and it's my interest that I want to study more on some topic. So this is why I'm doing PhD. To yeah.
Okay, fine. So, have you prepared the presentation?
Yes, sir.
So, can you please share this slide and just proceed the presentation within 7 to 8 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure, please.
Yeah, is it
start
visible now?
Yeah, yes, you can start, please. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to give the presentation on my research topic, gender liberalization for educational opportunities in higher education. The topic is like the educational opportunities for various genders in higher education without any discrimination. My purpose for research will be dealing with two basic areas. As in gender, we have male, female, and transgender. But here, in my research, the focus would be especially for women in rural areas, and also the discriminative approach of various sections in educational system towards the gender other than male and female. Sections like teachers, peer, society, parents, principal, like what these people, these strata deal with the gender other than male and female in education system. As we know that in higher education, India ranks third globally after USA and China. Also, as per the new education policy, we have a target of increasing our gross enrollment ratio by 50% to 50% by 2035. As per the All India Survey of Higher Education, our female enrollment is
just
rising.
A second. Sorry to disrupt you. Actually, I'm not able to. Are you changing your slide? Because I'm not able to see your next slide.
Yes.
Now it is visible, but when you
are you able to see it now?
This is visible, but once better do not make it a full screen. Na?
Achha. Okay, sir.
I don't know, maybe some problem.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you can start. You just make it in 100%. Just increase the percentage from the right hand side corner. Yes, from this one. Yeah, that's fine.
So, as
No.
as according to the all over India survey on higher education, female enrollment is rising. It's in a good progress. As we can see, for male, it's now 26.9% GER. For female, it's 27.3. And researchers, for example, I can get the data in the form of questionnaire, survey, which will help to complete the objective of my study in more effective and efficient way. With that, I want to just end my slide by saying a quote: education's purpose is to replace an empty mind with an open one. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for presenting like your proposed work, which you want to do. So basically, you want to study the gender diversity or the role means the lack of the transgender. Male female distribution you want to see in higher education, or you want to focus on the transgender ratio and what they are getting in education or not. That I need to be clear, very much clear, because this is not clear from your side. So just tell me so that I just discuss further.
Okay, so my focus is that everybody should get an equal educational opportunities in higher education and equal podium where they can get admission on the basis of their quality rather than distinguished and discriminated on the basis of gender. So my focus, is basically on the equal educational opportunities for everybody.
So do you
despite
think
of
that
focusing on
so do you think that the male and the female genders are not getting equal opportunities for higher education?
Yes, sir. I feel especially in rural areas.
So, okay, fine. Rural areas only. So, rural areas, you means or like you think the focus is for the women's or it is in general? How can you say that only the women's in rural areas are not getting higher education? I can say like the men are also in rural areas are not getting the higher education. There are many reasons. So what is your point? What do you think?
Right, sir. Men are also not having. They are not also not getting enrolled much in higher education in rural areas. You are completely right. But why I took women only? Because if any men wants to study in higher education in rural area, that person will not be first that I'm not against any gender. It's just that I want to say if they want to study, they will get the opportunity to study because they will be earning hand in the future. But the stereotype discriminative mentality we have in rural areas regarding the female education, that they are not the bread earners, they're gonna just have the domestic purpose only. They are not being promoted for education. So this is very much important that to study that area also.
But
I hope
now,
you got my point.
But I got your point. But now your proposal, your objectives are completely different. Your proposal says that you want to study, the topic of your proposal is gender liberalization for educational opportunities in higher education. There is nowhere mentioned that you want to study in rural areas or some like tribal areas or something like that. But now you are saying that you want to focus on the women who are not promoting basically in the rural. So please be very clear.
So,
Like,
I've included
yeah,
this in the first paragraph only of my proposal of the introduction, that my main area of research would be dealing with the women. So in the first paragraph only, I've mentioned this 2 points, and also in my PPT, the first PPT is regarding, second PPT slide is regarding this only. That my area of focus will be 2 areas only. Mainly.
Okay, fine. It was actually the miss. That is why. Okay, fine. Can you please tell me what is the difference between like equality or equity? Do you have any idea? Because we are focusing on the equality of educational opportunities for gender liberalization or something like that. So do you have any, can you tell me the difference? What is the difference between the equity and equality?
So I can tell you about equality. Equality is getting the equal opportunities this, despite not without any discrimination. Like
Correct.
everybody's getting equal.
Sure.
And equity, I'm not sure, but I think I'm not sure about equity. So
okay, but you must be, because this is a topic related to the equity
right.
and the equality. So you just please go through and read it very carefully, because equity will tell you about the fairness and the justice. And if you are not going detail, and you have you read out the preamble of India about the equity and equality of the rights or educational system or gender liberalization? Not
Sir,
exactly.
Not only fundamental rights पढ़े हैं और first page of मतलब preamble ही पढ़ा है. हाँ,
Okay,
preamble मैंने से read किया था. Preamble is the first page
okay.
of Indian Constitution ना, वो तो read किया है सर.
Okay, okay, fine, very good.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about some major cause of inequality with respect of education? What are, according to you, what are the major causes of inequality? Because inequality is there, that is why you want to study this topic.
Yes, sir.
So what can be the major
cause
causes?
of inequality? There broadly I can divide it into two parts. First is discriminative stereotype mindset. Second, income inequality. In different areas of the India, we can find that there are rural areas and urban areas, which and there is income disparity also. Because of that, inequality occurs. Second, also is there because of the mindset of people, as I told, stereotype discriminative mindset of people. So I believe in these two areas. Mainly inequalities there.
It can be actually the regional. It can be the poverty also, because we are discussing about the inequality. So it just forget from your mind that inequality is because of some like specific cause. Inequality can be of any reason. You have to study like gender prosperity, but poverty is one of the reason for inequality. Regional imbalance is there. If you'll study about higher education, in particular rural area, then it varies. If you'll study about the population of some like northern region, like southern region, like eastern region of India, then it vary. Okay, so there are many factors, but gender disparity and male and female distribution, what you want to study, is one of the cause. Okay, fine. And your other objective is like to identify the financial and moral resolution at institutional and parental level to pursue higher education, right? Okay, tell me one thing, like, what do you understand by the higher education? I just want to know, first of all.
So higher education is basically the course we do after our 12th. It can be in college. We can get a degree, certificate, or any diploma after the 12th. Or any sort of, like we can get the higher education through an institute, through a university, college, seminar, or any professional course as well. So higher education is basically a study after the 12th class till your PhD or post-PhD. Like it's everything is higher education. Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned that you will identify the financial and moral resolution at institutional and parental level.
Right, sir.
So how can you pursue with this objective?
Sir, I thought this firstly from the point of view of transgenders, because as we have seen many cases that family only rejects them or just separate them from the family at the early age. If you are a transgender, family does not support them. And if you are being out of your family only, so how the government and institutions are helping them financially to get education or to get support. Secondly, if suppose second thing I can talk about rural area girls, as we have seen the major issue rural area girls are deprived of education is the poverty also in the family, because if we have less money, we will focus on investing the money in education for boys first, because as per our mindset, we think that they will earn for us. So we will stop the education of girls till school. So at parental level, what is the support? At institutional level, what is financial support is very important for promoting the education. Like government has also started some schemes for girls. So at that level, I'm talking about.
Okay. And how will you spread the awareness for the importance of education versatility?
Versatility.
Yeah,
so,
how?
Right, sir. So, as we know that there are so much of good policies, and many things can be resolved by spreading awareness only. Awareness can be solved by conducted seminars, presenting my papers in, I can present my paper in campaigns. I can conduct campaigns at different areas. I can write a research paper. By being a professor itself and a teacher itself, I can spread the right knowledge. And through these means, I can spread awareness.
But through means of the research paper, how the rural population will get this information? Because you are focusing on the rural population. So how you will spread the awareness among that particular area?
So obviously, rural people are not that much into research, reading research papers.
Definitely.
My research paper will be definitely regarding the government policies they are making regarding the rural areas. My research paper will help the government to understand the situation of that particular regions and make policies accordingly. And awareness can be spread in that way. Secondly, through campaigns, and by conducted seminars, and as we have Swayam portal in this, in which we can reach the rural areas online. There are by IITs and IIMs, very good faculty. The knowledge is going to all the rural areas in the country. Now it's accessible to them, so we can use that medium as well as YouTube, and there are so many medium we can reach to rural areas.
Okay.
So I can spread awareness in that way.
So how much time you will take to complete these planned or proposed objectives? If I'll say you like, okay, fine, your objectives are quite good, the proposal is perfectly fine, you can go ahead, then how will you plan and to achieve these objective on time, or how much time will you take to complete these objective under some professor supervision or like some faculty?
Sir, to be true, I don't know that that how much time I have to discuss that with you. Actually, I thought to, it's not prepared for this answer. I have to prepare this answer, but I thought to discuss this with you first. Like, what are your things? Like, what we have to broadly do in the PhD? I am not that sure. I searched some videos on YouTube, but I did not get any idea properly.
Okay. So that you should plan accordingly, because your objectives seems to be good, but at least you must have some idea in your mind, like the first objective will take how much time. For the second objective, what you have to take the strategy, what will be your strategy, what objective, what questionnaire you have to prepare, and how much time you have to achieve all these objectives, because this is like PhD, one of the highest education. So you have to complete it on time, then only it will be fruitful.
Right,
okay. So gender inequality, correct. Okay. Can you please tell me some policies of government which are means discovered, that proved that these policies are for both or specifically for the women's, that shows that there is no like inequality from the government side? Is there any
Right, sir.
scheme, policies, or for higher education?
Right, sir. So for higher education, firstly, we have started Swayam portal, which will ensure that everybody is getting the quality education through online access. And we have started in the new education policy 2020, they have included a special mention of transgenders this time, that there should be inclusive study, not integrated. Inclusive means they should be included in the mainstream education. And this is being covered in new education policy. Also regarding transgenders, recent act, I can say after independence, the dedicated first time we can say the act have been made for transgenders. It is in Transgender Act 2020. For rural areas and for all the genders equality, government have ensured RUSA. It's a Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha RUSA Abhiyan. I said I don't remember the full form, sorry. So RUSA is basically for higher education only. For higher education, for promoting higher education for the children. And also Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. This is basically not for higher education. It is basically for children for 6 to 14 years of age. And midday meal scheme for girls, ensuring that because as I told that because of the poverty, and when we have free education, then also parents face difficulty because they have to ensure the transportation, food, and everything. So midday meal scheme encourage parents to send their children, girls, to the school because they get the free meal also. And yeah, there are various steps government take, campaigns, and because of that only our female enrollment have rised by 18% from 2014-15 to 2019-20. By 18% it have rised.
So overall, we can say the government is working very actively on this. Fine.
Yes.
So,
but still, as per
still you want to study, correct?
No, still as per the report, UNICEF report, we can see so much gap now also. Like though the government is working, but still, as we know that more than 70% of people are in rural areas, and there is a lot of gap as per the UNICEF report and all the other authentic reports. So still today, there is gap, so.
Okay. So which area you want to study? You have decided something, like if you will get the opportunity, then which sector or which area you want to focus?
Area means region wise or
yeah, region wise I'm asking. No, reason wise I'm asking.
Region wise, there's I have not specifically decided any area.
Okay. So is the same type of study has been performed earlier? Have you checked the literature?
Sir, some studies have been conducted in the South region, and I have seen the literature. Not very much literature, but I've seen some papers. Yeah, say I found like 2-3 papers in higher education for girls, but related to transgenders, I did not find for their higher education. I did not find much papers. So I feel it's a good topic. Yeah.
Okay. So finally, I can say all the very best. Your interview is good. So let's hope for the best. Try to find the uniqueness in your topic, if visible, so that it cannot be repeated. Or that can I say all the very best. Just wait what will happen for the final result. Okay.
Okay, so